Dan, thanks for joining me on today's Spotlight. So it's Dan Kinsella, Managing Director of Weatherit. Dan, over to you. Introduce us to your business, please.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's good to be here, Andy. Thank you for having me. So Weatherit, yeah, we specialize in designing and manufacturing garden and landscaping products, primarily out of steel, but also other metals. So we have a range of planters, garden edging, steel, laser cut screens, water features. And we offer those on our website through an e-commerce channel, but we also do a lot of white labeling our products and resell our products to distributors UK wide. So we have UK based distribution centrally from our factory in the Midlands. So we do a number of domestic projects and commercial projects as well. So recently developing a range of kind of street furniture, urban realm type stuff that you might see walking around a kind of town centre, city centre environment. So that's us. We are a fabricator, but we specialise absolutely in the garden and landscaping outdoor space sector. So you won't come and visit us and see that we're welding up a load of steel beams and stuff. So we're absolutely laser sharp focused on that industry, and that's our industry. That's the industry we've chosen. That's the industry we enjoy being in,
Yeah,
and that's what we aim to kind of serve really.
very cool. It's pretty clear. What would you say makes you stand out from your competition then, Dan?
Yeah, I think I mean we're the only, I mean, that reason, that point really, we're the only UK based fabricator is primarily focused on the garden landscaping industry, doing things at the scale that we're doing things. So, we make a good product, we make a quality product. We are a premium brand, people
Mhm.
buy our products to last, and we stand behind that, offering guarantees. So we're very happy with and also kind of very anal with our quality. That's a real cornerstone of everything that we do. So our mission is that we design things to enrich outdoor spaces. So we design and make things that enrich outdoor spaces. If we look at something and we don't feel that it will enrich an outdoor space, it's not for us. It's not a product that we want to make. So that's really where we stand apart. It's quite a congested market.
Yeah.
A lot of imports. A lot of things coming from overseas that are a similar style of product to what we produce.
Mhm.
But we're UK based. We're proud of that. The quality that kind of comes from that is what people buy, what people pay for, what people want to be involved in. And that's really the kind of the area of the market that we've kind of carved out for ourselves, really.
Great stuff. So where's the business going then? Next 5 years, what's the
Yeah,
plan?
it's a good question. We're a new business still, so we've been going for 4 years now. So we've over that 4 years enjoyed quite a lot of growth, year on year growth, 50% at least every year for the last 4 years, this year included, and forecast again for next year. We've put down a lot of infrastructure. We've invested in a lot of plant and machinery and people over the last 12 months that allows us to grow. We've created the headspace for that, which we've seen really well this year in terms of our successes this year. Springboard again into next year, another 50% at least. We are increasingly getting involved in more of the commercial projects. So the products that we currently make under Weatherit are it can be used commercially. They're well made, and they can be used in both domestic and commercial products or projects. But domestic products mainly is where you find our products. Working with garden designers, working with homeowners, working with garden and landscaping contractors, people who are doing landscaping, projects are our customer base for Weatherit. Increasingly getting involved in more commercial side of things, so large scale planters, urban realm, street furniture, things that are you will see in and around city centres and town centres. So we are creating a new brand called Vertex. So that will be primarily focused on that market, on that element. So that will be modular planters that can create any shape you want in a city centre. That will be waste bins, glamorous, high quality waste bins, street furniture. So integrated benches into the planters, edging for round pathways for the urban environment. So that's really the growth plan for the next 5 years. Vertex will take up a lot of time next year getting that off the ground, but we've already got a toe in that market because we're serving customers in that market from Weatherit. But the reason we've done the split is because you can go on Weatherit's website now and encourage everyone to do so, obviously. But it's not immediately obvious that we are a manufacturer. It's not immediately obvious that we design and make everything ourselves. It's not immediately obvious that the products that we sell are designed and made by us. We're not a reseller. It's an e-commerce website, which is fantastic, but it doesn't ring true to that kind of commercial customer who wants to come onto our website and find a fabricating partner or somebody who has a range of products for a commercial environment that we can that they can use in their projects. So that's the reason for kind of splitting out the two, and that'll be something that we evolve into over the next few years. That's for sure.
Exciting stuff. So, what would you say your biggest learning's been since you've been a business owner, Dan?
Wow.
Yeah, pick one, right?
Yeah, the biggest learning. There's a number of them. I would say finding the right people is really the biggest learning. We have got some amazing people, and I've been fortunate to stumble across them through recruitment processes, and we've also been really disciplined with our recruitment processes to find the right people for the right roles. We've got more mature in terms of our recruitment processes and what we're looking for as we've evolved as a business. But like I say, I'm quite fortunate to bring some of those people in early doors who have stuck with us. Bringing the people in, bringing the right people in the right roles, setting a framework around how they work. So not being so prescriptive. We're a creative business. If I tell everybody what their job is and what they should be doing on a daily basis, I'm stifling their creativity. I'm stifling their potential. So allowing people to operate within a certain set of parameters that allows them to do the job that you employ them for is really the thing that I have had to learn over this last kind of 3 to 4 years, going from starting the business up on my own, being the only person at Weatherit, delivering steel left, right, and centre, packaging, wrapping. You think you know best all the time because you've done the job to a certain degree, but actually no. Just let people who are specialists in what they do that you hire them for fly, really. And that's really the biggest learning that I've had to do, is to kind of let go of the control a little bit and allow people to do what they're going to do.
I think there are a number of people watching this who might identify with that. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And what about the biggest challenge, and how did you overcome it?
Yeah, I mean the biggest challenge. I mean we've achieved a lot of growth. So we've had a number of challenges that have facilitated that. So it's almost like we're doing things the right way. So we're achieving success. So actually, chasing the success and chasing the sales, chasing the revenue is something that obviously we're focused on. We've got sales team, and I target them on it. But that's not been the biggest challenge really in terms of growing the business. It's more around, I think the projects thing is something that we've not struggled to adapt to, but it's a different way of working. So large scale projects, working with sites, working with commercial customers that have proper real contracts, and I think that is that has been a step change for us in terms of how we work, and we've pivoted on that this year. So we've taken a lot of learnings. We've had a lot of understanding customers, actually, because we've made mistakes, a number of mistakes, and our customers have bought into what we're doing and the capability that we've got, and the team that we've got around us as well. So they've given us, thankfully, chances to make those mistakes and learn from them. So we've had a number of challenges, but that would be probably the biggest challenge that we've faced. And the kind of funny story around that is one of the projects that we delivered this summer. We had a powder coating supplier who let us down last minute. So we was supposed to deliver to site tomorrow, and we got a phone call in the afternoon saying we can't do what we said we was going to do. You know, we cannot powder coat all of these items overnight and get them ready for you tomorrow. So, I mean, that's fatal for the job. So we had to, in the afternoon, find 2 new suppliers, which we did. And we had to go and buy a load of powder, which we didn't have any accounts to buy powder. We don't have powder coating. We don't buy powder. So we bought the powder. We shipped the planters from location A to location B and C that evening, powder coated overnight. I had a team working all the way through the night to receive the planters, quality check them, palletize them in the way that they were expected on site.
Yep.
All throughout the night, delivered the next day. So I think we was a couple of hours late, if I'm totally honest. But you know, we made it work, and we did it, and that really was a point in time where you look at something and go, how the heck didn't we do that? You know, and we learned a lot from it. We learned a significant amount from that particular project. It was a success, and we had a lot of learnings in terms of how we plan and prepare for projects going forward. And thankfully, that the customer that didn't really know about that, they were actually complaining that it was like 2 hours late. So, but yeah, I think how we deal with projects, large scale commercial projects, the learnings that we've taken for those, and how we kind of apply our skill set and to those types of things really is the biggest learning this year.
Great, thank you. If you're having a conversation with your 18-year-old self with the benefit of hindsight and knowledge that you have now, what would you say?
Oh wow. I kind of have a bit of a mantra, like, you know, don't have any regrets, because you don't have. I don't know. I mean, like if you were to do things differently way back when, like the butterfly effect, it's like, you know, would you have ended up in the same position?
Yeah.
You know, whether it be a positive or negative experience, if you was to wish a different outcome historically, then would that actually have taken you on the path that you've got to now?
Right.
So I think I'd say much. I'd probably just go for a beer with myself or something and just kind of talk about the football. So I don't know. I don't know. I was kind of pretty lackadaisical as an 18-year-old. Kind of went to university without really a plan. I went to university because my mates were going to university, quite frankly, and they had a spare room in their flat, and I thought this is going to be pretty cool. So I spent 4 years at university. It kind of made me, really, to be fair. You know, it was a good experience. I was happy I met my wife there, which was probably the best thing to come out of my university experience, really. Oh, it was the best thing if she's watching. So yeah, no, I don't think I would say an awful lot, really. I think it would be, I definitely wouldn't have any pearls of wisdom.
But I'm going to ask you for one anyway. If there was one piece of advice that you would give to other business owners, what would it be?
Yeah. I would say apply yourself. Don't be afraid to apply yourself and put yourself out there. I think back then I hadn't really considered being a business owner.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd always kind of been kind of secretly frightened of it. I think when I'd thought about it, because it's putting yourself out there. You know, it's the fear of rejection. It's going out, you know, trying to sell something or creating something that you're trying to sell that people might not like, people might not want. So I would just say, you know, don't be afraid to try something. You know, go put your best foot forward, apply yourself, and more often than not, it's good enough. You know, you don't have to be I'm not the best managing director in the world. I'm not the best, planter manufacturer in the world. I say I am to my customers, but but we apply ourselves and we care and
Yeah,
we put our best foot forward every day. And one day we will be the best planter manufacturer in the world, and one day I will be a good managing director. So I think just apply yourself. Don't be afraid. Don't you'll make mistakes. Let's pick yourself up, get on with it.
very cool. Dan, thank you for that.
Always.
If people want to find out more about Weatherit, how do they do that? Obviously, your website will be down below this interview, so everybody can click on that. What's the best way in? What's the best way to get in touch?
Yeah, well, we've got an in-house customer care team, sales team. So we make a big thing of putting our phone number on our website, which you can talk to somebody. We're not a faceless organization.
Yeah,
Give us a call, speak to us. If
yeah,
you've got a requirement, whether it be domestic, whether it be commercial, give us a shout. One of our technical engineers or product specialists can talk you through options and solutions. So we have a design element to our business, obviously. So a lot of what we do is bespoke as well. So we've got all of the standard products that you can see on the website,
yeah,
which we're very proud of. But we also have a projects team who are dedicated to doing out of the ordinary stuff.
yes,
So if you can imagine it, whether it can make it. So give us a shout. Contact us on the website. We have a chat function. We've got a phone number. Come and see us. We'll make you a cup of tea. We're very approachable. Just give us a call. We'd like
yeah.
to talk about your projects and requirements.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks for sharing your insights with us today, Dan, and congratulations on the progression of the business. Obviously, best of luck with next year's growth plans. And
Appreciate it.
yeah, thanks for you sharing.
Thank you, Andy. Cheers.